What relationship advice do you wish you could give to your younger self? To let go when you know you are not happy. Don't be afraid to be alone. You don't need to be in a relationship all the time. Being single can be great too. It's not your job to prevent your soul from cheating you. If they want to, it will happen no matter how you control them. If it happens, just decide to break up or not, and move on with your life. Nobody else knows what they're doing either. Lust and love are often confused. That and don't confuse someone else's attraction for your own. It's amazing how flattering being wanted can be. Don't get too caught up worrying about the future and hope to end up together. Not everything should be precisely planned out. Anything can happen. Live in the moment. Slow down. Enjoy the now and the right person will stick with you. Chasing girls with boyfriends will kill you. Pinning your happiness on one person will kill you. Love you before you think you can love them. There isn't a perfect way to ask someone out. And if you wait for it, you'll lose out. Sex won't make you whole. You don't deserve to be treated like shitty. No matter what kind of past tragedy or abuse may have caused their behavior. Get out. Use the condom. Dumbus. Do not stay with someone just because it's easy. It's much better to be alone than be with someone who's a twat. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do for the sake of politeness. You don't have to justify yourself to people who are pushy. You don't have to go out for coffee and stay for half an hour because saying sorry, not interested feels unconscionably rude. Just say no and you'll save yourself a whole lot of trouble. Just because someone gives you attention doesn't mean they love you. Don't get into a relationship if you're in love with someone else. It never ends well. Ever. Stop f-king settling. You f-king insecure bitch. Just because it's something you can deal with doesn't mean it's something you have to deal with or want to deal with. As long as I'm going back in time to give this advice, can I punch myself a few times too? Just to make sure I get the message. Don't go to college in a long distance relationship. When she asked, do you want to have a threesome? Just come out of the f-king closet. Bro. You're wasting your younger years. You'll actually be much happier and confident, and your friends will actually judge you less because you'll be less noticeably insecure about what people think of you. Communication. 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 It is so important. Learn to communicate with your partner. And if he's lying, and you know it, and he knows you know it, he doesn't respect you. Besides, the lies are ridiculous. Come on. Now. Edit. Pronoun troubles. Do not get very desperate and FCK a girl your friends dubbed the Yeti bitch. They will never let it go and you'll always be known as the abominable snowplower. You will never regret asking and getting rejected. I regret that one time where she laughed in my face and said you? And me? Haha OMG no. What were you even? Hey. Jennifer. Get a load of what Reginald just asked me. Full stop. Full stop. Be honest. Biting your tongue because you're afraid of hurting a guy's feelings isn't worth the bad sex, pent up frustrations, and unpleasant exchanges. My boyfriend is probably the only person in the world I am 100% honest with. And we have an insanely great relationship. Very important side note. Honesty doesn't mean tactlessness. Don't mistake bullshit drama for passion. Don't FCK up on the 17th of February. That was the day Rihanna got bottled at a nightclub and left bleeding badly. Did you hit Rihanna with a bottle? You don't care for either gender and that's totally fine, kid. Jerk off first. Then jerk off again. Then decide. Wisdom wank. She's broken inside. And there's nothing you can do. Someone liking you isn't reason enough to go out with them. Just because he's your first love doesn't mean he's your only love. Ask out the girl who is out of your league. She may not be. He said early on and in passing that I was out of his league. He said it again a little later. And I replied, if you keep saying that I will start to believe you. Hasn't said it again. Don't stay with someone who tells you that you'd be prettier if you had a different girl's face. Also don't stay with someone who admits to never washing his own face. Remember the date of your anniversary. Date guys that like to travel and experience things with you. My younger self spent way too much time dating guys that had no interest in doing many of the things I like to do. Amazing crazy girl sex is not worth the trouble they bring. How's the PS4? Don't get attached. She never really cared. None. Whatever I did worked. I'm happily married and I don't want to go back in time and FCK that up. Looking back, I'm surprised I made it this far. 1. If he constantly hurts you either physically or emotionally and then says I'm sorry too. If he cheats on you, leave. Don't go back. 3. If you spend more of your time arguing and being upset than you are happy together, it's time to walk away. Don't send the dick pic. Write a pros and cons list. Use your head instead of following your heart. Don't even bother trying to fit in. You aren't meant to do anything that society says you must. You'll just waste years trying. Make sure your casual hookup buddy is someone you fundamentally don't like as a human being, but have great sex with. Made sure I never developed feelings because every time we started talking he was just an idiot. Don't try having a casual FCK buddy. You will fall for them. And it will break your heart slowly. That is not how your brain is wired. Don't put the PSSY on a pedestal. To all the people who do, then f***ing stop. It makes life so much easier. No kidding. It's nice and all. But it's not the greatest thing in life. And if it is for you, you should probably reevaluate. Besides, a pedestal is too hard. Try a low counter or table. Buy a PS4. Have sex with the SLTS while you're young and they are still STD free.